In this video, we will be talking about the book called The Kite Runner written by Khaled Hosseini, and we will be focusing on the father-son relationship motif. We will be looking at Amir, Baba, Hassan and Ali, where the main character is Amir, whose father is Baba, and Hassan, together with his father Ali, are their servants. On page 10, Amir mentions, "And under the same roof we spoke our first words. Mine was Baba." This quote shows us that Baba is an important person to Amir, since it was the first word he had learned, and this means that Amir will be looking for Baba for the rest of his life. On page 13, Amir says, "Baba took me to Har Lake, a few miles north of Kabul. He asked me to fetch Hassan too, but I lied and told him Hassan had the runs. I wanted Baba all to myself." This quote shows that Baba cares about Hassan too, but it also lets us see that Amir wanted all of Baba's attention to himself and didn't want to share Baba's life with Hassan or anybody else. This represents the father-son motif by showing that Amir wants to spend quality time with his dad and wants all of his attention. On page 29, Amir says, "I cleared it and told him I'd written a story. Baba nodded and gave a thin smile that could read more than faint interest. 'Well, that's good, isn't it?' he said. Then, nothing more. He just looked at me through the cloud of smoke." It shows us that Baba doesn't believe in Amir, and he is not interested in his achievements. On page 30, Amir continues, "As always, it was Rahim Khan who rescued me. He held out his hand and favored me with a smile that had nothing faint about it. May I have it, Amir Jan? I would very much like to read it." This shows us that other people care about Amir's writing more than Baba does. But maybe it will change with time. On page 61, right after Amir won the kite riding competition, he pronounces, "I wondered if Baba's voice was one of them." This quote shows us that it was important for Amir to know if Baba was cheering for him, as he wanted Baba to be proud. On page 159, Amir says, "Just as I shut the door, I caught a glimpse of Soraya quickly sliding something under Baba's blanket. Later, he continues, I lifted Baba's blanket. 'What's this?' I said, for as soon as I picked up the leather-bound book, I knew." Amir caught Soraya reading his book as Baba advised her, which means that Baba wanted to share his son's work. That means that he was proud of what Amir did. And as I mentioned earlier, in the beginning of the book, Baba didn't even want to read the short story that Amir wrote. So that shows us that Baba finally cares about Amir's writing and that he is proud of him. In conclusion, we can say that father-son relationship develops a lot through this book. In the beginning, Baba didn't even care about Amir's writing. But with time, he became proud of Amir's work and wanted to share it with the whole world. We can also see that Baba was always an important person to Amir. But Amir never thought he would ever be the same as Baba. So after gathering all this information, our theme is, kids turn out to be a reflection of someone that raised them, which they might not realize until a certain period of their lives.